Hey, it's Ed coming to you from Signal Strength Audio. Just wanted to do a quick video on some of the things that I've been seeing out there in the world of music. So, wireless microphones. Well, when do you need them? When you don't need them? So, of course, if you have a wireless microphone, you're not going to have the cable. The stage might be a little cleaner. There's, those advantages. However, there's more disadvantages because you have to spend a little bit of money to get a decent quality microphone. One of the things that you're going to have to deal with is going to be radio frequencies and finding your space in the world to make those work without interference and dropouts. And sometimes that can be challenging. You would be surprised how clear a wireless microphone sounds when there's nobody in the room, and then all of a sudden the room fills up, and then all of a sudden you're getting dropouts. What in the world happened? Another one of the things that you'll have to worry about is, of course, batteries. Whether it's rechargeable or brand new batteries, you got to make sure that the batteries are in there that are charged and new or whatever. So you actually have a couple of extra cables to plug in now because that wireless microphone still needs an XLR cable to go to the mixer. It still needs a power cable to plug into the wall. One of the things that you can do to make a wireless microphone super efficient, well, I'll say a couple things. First is you're going to have to spend some money on a nice mic because to match the audio quality and durability of a wired microphone, it needs to be pretty expensive. They can range from $600 to $6,000. So just to give you an idea. Then you're going to have to take the time, set that up, make it work. So if you go through, spend the money to get the good wireless microphone, now if you put it in a rack, say your mixer's a rack mixer and it's in the rack, and you can leave it patched in all the time. So when you plug in your rack to the wall, you're good to go. That is a super advantageous situation, but still, there's a lot of things that you're going to have to worry about, and the RF issue is always going to be on the back burner. Not the back burner, it's going to be on the front burner because it's going to be something that you're going to have to deal with in different venues and whatnot. Another thing I want to talk about is in-ear monitors. Okay, so a lot of in-ear monitors are wireless, so you got the RF issue you're dealing with automatically. Let's talk about the stereo and mono situation. So I prefer everything stereo because of a couple of reasons. Obviously, your head has two ears. That's how you are meant to hear things. And also, in the world of audio, it kind of gives you a redundant audio lane so that, say, if your left channel goes out, you still have a chance. Of course, the major thing is you're going to burn up twice your channels, especially when it comes to like stereo sources, whether it be tracks, certain keyboards. If you have two different keyboards, you're going to be dealing with, that's 4 channels of audio. To not use that stereo signal in most situations is kind of silly because those pieces of equipment were designed to have a left and a right. Some of those sounds, the patches that they make, were designed specifically for left and right output. If you have to go mono, make sure that you use your mono output on the device itself because that will sum the left and right properly, keep everything in phase, keep everything happy. So back to in-ears again, one of the things that you'll have to deal with is ambient noise, okay? So there's 3 different ways you can deal with this. The first and probably the easiest is to buy in-ear monitors that have an ambient control. So you can control how much ambient noise comes into your ears. If you don't have ambient noise, you're going to feel isolated on the stage. You're not going to have a sense of your space. It's going to be kind of weird. Anybody who's done this absolutely knows what I'm talking about. Another way to do it is to set up a couple of microphones that are strategically placed in phase in the room. That gives you an idea of the space and helps out tremendously. But one of the cheater ways I like to recommend is, so there's companies like Zoom and Tascam I can think of off the top of my head. They make a portable recorder. So it has 2 microphones affixed to the unit. You can just get a clip or a Velcro strap it to your microphone stand, and bam, there you go. You have a stereo input of ambient noise. You can control how much you want that in your ear monitors. Of course, if you're a drummer, one of the things that you want to be able to be aware of is your kick drum. So they make a couple of different things. One of them I can think of offhand is called a butt kicker, something that vibrates your seat so that you can feel the low end. It's kind of cool, kind of a neat idea. So for like bass players, they make pads that you stand on. Obviously, if you're running around, you're not going to get the effect of that. But if you're standing on this pad, it kind of gives the emulation of a rumbling cabinet. You're standing next to a cabinet that's going to rumble the stage. It's kind of that scenario. They also make a thing that goes on the strap, and when you adjust it it goes on your back, and it kind of gives vibrations to your back, so you kind of get the same sensation. Works really well. Again, it takes time to set up. Don't discount the time that you're going to need. One of the things I've been seeing a lot is people using one ear monitor. Okay, please do not do this. This is a problem. Your mind doesn't have the ability to perceive loudness when you have one ear monitor and the other one not in. I know people personally that have damaged their ears trying to do this, thinking that everything was going to be fine, and it was not. They damage their ears and they're done. The damage cannot be reversed. It's just their problem for the rest of their lives. Don't do this. Please do not do this. So anyway, if you got the time to set up in-ear monitoring, please take the time and set it up. And if you don't know how to do it, obviously here we are on YouTube. You can figure out things. There's tons of videos that explain how to do it. Obviously, don't believe everything that you see, but there's a lot of videos that will show you how to set them up, or hire someone to do it. There's a lot of audio companies that will come out and say, this is how you do it. You need to set this up. You need to have this parameter, yada, yada, yada. A lot of the new digital mixers make this pretty simple. The last thing I want to touch on today is PA gear. For example, let's take a brand new $500 powered speaker, okay? There's a good chance that for $500 you can find a used piece of gear that is monumentally better than a $500 brand new speaker. PA gear is one of the things that you absolutely get what you pay for when you're buying brand new. For contrast, some of these powered speaker boxes, whether it be a 12 or 15, can range in price from $300 to $5,000. So when you're talking about a audio quality, I would rather spend $2,500 on a used $5,000 speaker than $2,500 on a brand new one. You're going to get way better value for your money. But having said all this, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and you can give me a call. You can leave comments in the comment section. Like and subscribe to the videos if you like this kind of content. I know it's not really exciting, but I'm just trying to help out and be informative, and rock on.